Man, you look familiar, man. What's your name, man?
Well, I go by the name Unlearn the World, originally from New York City, Wash Heights, Manhattan, all day, every day out here in the Bay Area, getting lit, R.O.T.C, every Sunday night. You know how we get down, man.
Hey, man, so exactly what do you do, man?
Well, I'm one of the co-directors. We've been running 5 years strong. This is the only live weekly hip-hop shit going on in San Francisco. I started really just coming as an MC, just on the local scene, just trying to find a spot to come and kick it and kick freestyles with the fellas and all that. And then it just kind of grew, and I was one of the more, like, standout artists that was on the stage. People started showing me a lot of love, and then throughout the course of being out here on Cypher, I won the MVP contest 2016. Since then, I've gone on to perform all around the Bay Area. I've toured nationally. I've opened up for like groups like Wu-Tang. I've worked with, you know, Ghostface. I've worked with Far Side. I've worked with a lot of people and performed with them, done shows and shit, and it's been a wild ride since then.
Hey, what motivates you to keep you from giving up?
Shit, man, like, you know, I'm finally in a space now where I'm actually making a living off of my art, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's just performing locally or nationally or doing hip-hop education work. So that motivates me continually, and I just keep on, like, moving and building and trying to make things bigger and better.
Hey, hardware or software, what you like?
Huh?
Hardware or software?
Oh, in terms of being a producer, I prefer software because of the workflow. That's what I got introduced to. I started making beats on FL Studio, right? And then I moved on to Ableton. I've done 2 albums off that are on Spotify and iTunes right now, where it's all self-produced, and I worked on Ableton using it. But there's something about hardware, man. There's a certain sound that you get with like the SP1200 or the MPC that you can't duplicate. So, you know what I'm saying? It could go either way, but right now I'm fucking with the software Ableton.
Tell me about what you got on Spotify. What can we go listen to?
Man, so I got 2 albums on Spotify right now that I released within a year of each other. So inside of 1 year, I dropped 2 self-produced albums. First one's called I Saint, I Sinner, I Self. You can check that out on Spotify.
Hey, spell that.
I Saint, I Sinner, I Self. You know what I mean?
I got it.
You can catch that on Spotify, iTunes, all the digital outlets, as well as YouTube, as well as my more recent album, which is called Universes. I dropped that in August of 2018, and that's right now available also on YouTube. You can check out the videos. New Rakim, Sorry Not Sorry Though, and a whole bunch of other ones is about to drop in a minute. So we just gonna keep things pushing.
Hey, there's a lot of folks might want to work with you, man. How do they find you? With Twitter?
You can check me out on Instagram. You already know what it is. IG, Twitter is Unlearn the World as it sounds. Facebook, hit me up. Let me know I got beats for sale. I got rhymes. I'm doing it all night, man.
Okay. Hey, so youngster out there, he trying to do what you do. You know what I mean? He going through it. What type of advice you give him? So he won't bump his head.
As long as you fuck with you, everybody else will fuck with you. Believe in yourself. Follow your dream, follow your voice, be passionate about what you do, be honest about what you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you shit, man. Following a dream is like being in love. Nobody can tell you nothing unless you gotta feel it. And as long as you sacrifice and preparation is meeting opportunity constantly for you, you're gonna win.
Have you ever had a moment where you was nervous or maybe you dropped the ball?
Nah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like, you know, that's braggadocio, I know, but it's ultimately me living in purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I was meant to do this. I feel like I was born to do this. I feel like all the circumstances in my life provided a space for me to think and function the way I function and move how I move. So all these opportunities are coming because I'm meant to be doing exactly what I'm doing. So that's motivation enough for me.
Hey, so what is hip hop compared to the stuff they play on Cameo?
Well, I'm a hip-hop educator, so I'm gonna tell you first and foremost, hip-hop is a culture. Culture being defined as the expression of human intellect, the arts, or manifestations of human intellectual achievement. So if you look at the hip-hop jam as it started in the 70s, and you see dancing, you see spoken word being done, you see music being played, you see art being done, all of it is culture. All of it is an expression of our intellect, and it's also a social justice mechanism for us to have peace, unity, having fun all amongst each other. There's not a lot that people can agree on now in this politically charged climate where everybody disagreeing with one another, everybody's polarized and compartmentalized, but a lot of us can agree on music, and music is the unifying force that's going to spearhead the revolution and the evolution of humanity through all this bullshit.
Hey, that was deep. Hey, so to just simple form that down, to break that down. So right now,
hip-hop runs the motherfucking world, man. Black, white, red, whatever you are, you come to the jam, you come with hip-hop, you come in the spirit of peace, love, unity, and having fun, then you find family, you find community.
Oh, okay, well, as far as art, right, do you condone all the stealing from each other? Like when I'm born in 79, right? So I'm like almost exactly as old as hip-hop, right? Because hip-hop 40 years old, and I'm literally 39, right? So all my life is hip-hop. And I noticed that when I was growing up, everything everything was trying to be original. But right now, I hear a lot of people like piggybacking off the same type of beats or the same styles.
Well, that's the music industry. So what we're talking about, right? What you're talking about is a difference and a dichotomy, meaning a split between hip hop culture that we grew up with, being, you know what I'm saying, younger OGs from the golden era of hip hop, the culture of it, and all the elements of it. That's the DJing, the breakdancing, the graffiti writing, the rapping, the knowledge, all of that, collecting all of that versus what you hear on mainstream radio, which is basically a perversion of actual MCing as a means to, you know, get people to buy shit and to get people to imbibe in self-destructive lifestyles as a means to just keep capitalism going. You know what I mean? There needs to be a bridge. There needs to be a happy balance. You can listen to shit that's on KMEL and all the mainstream radio sources, but also check out your local artists. Come to local shows, support local artists. You know what I mean? Your favorite rappers who are on all these big platforms used to be local artists. So it's important that we support local artists, and it's important that local artists create that community-based counter-narrative to the bullshit that they hear on radio. Be leaders, be active in your community, educate the kids, put together events, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that the community is benefiting from your art, from your craft, and all of that.
Hey, one more time, how do the kids find you if they want to network with you, maybe create a mentor or I mean, just maybe contribute and patronize your fund, you know what I mean, or whatever you're doing. How do they find you one more time?
Check me out, follow me on IG or Twitter, Unlearn the World. I also represent Today's Future Sound. I also represent Hip Hop for a Change. You can find us all on Instagram, All Tribe Zulu Nation in the building. We out here, dude.
Hey, thank you.
Peace. Peace and love. It's your man Unlearn the World. You checking out supportthemusicblog.com.